Good evening and good evening to our viewers. The Marota Royal House were appealed, of course, by the announcement by the acting Queen Mother of the Bapedi, who could not have time to consult the Marota because the Marota are the inner circle of the kingship of the Bapedi. Whenever you come up with a bold or a new concept, you have to go through the houses of the Bapedi through the Marota, consult them and present your issue to them for them to give their consent. It has never happened. And in our own understanding, a concept such as the Prime Minister, which has never been part of our, culture and custom, for them to pronounce it to the public, they were supposed to have been presented it to the Marota Royal Houses consist of 17 houses, which are the descendant of the King Tulare, who, built up the Marota. That was never done. And should it have been done, after consulting the Marota would have, if they agreed, advised that let's call the Magoshi of the Bapedi and then debrief them, present to them. And once they've agreed, we were going to lay down procedures requirements that saying, if we agreed on this, is it going to be a birthright? Is it going to be appointed on the basis of merit in terms of qualifications and all these kind of things?
Yeah.
Those things, nobody did that. And we were just being surprised. Hence, we are saying the Bapedi should not be confused by those who are confused. We have no such position in our ranks.
Feel free to correct me if I'm mistaken, but you've said that Ngoako Maria Tulare is not endorsed by the Marota Royal House as the acting queen as well. What are the implications for the kingdom's unity and future leadership, especially when considering this aspect?
The reason why we have this structure of Marota, we are working hard to create unity of the Marota, the highest ranking of the Bapedi nation, to make sure that anyone who has to be, appointed in the position of kingship of the Bapedi should be part of being consulted with the Marota themselves. Neither acting Queen Mother, as imposed by the court, was consulting the Marota, and hence there are, appeal case that is in the Supreme Court of Appeal, which one of amongst the Marota is contesting it. And the courts, they themselves, are not helping when issues of this nature happen, because they would know that the Marota are like the Bahomana of any royal house. You cannot just have me coming and said, I'm the head of the Bapedi, without hearing the Bapedi themselves, the representation of the Bapedi.
Kgoshi Thobejane, since the Bapedi Kingdom previously had no prime minister role, how does its leadership structure actually work, and who makes key decisions here?
I think even if you look at people who made the announcement in Sandton on the 27th of November, none of them belongs to the Marota Royal Houses. They were they're picking people to come and do, as if it's a political statement. They are, we doubt from where we are sitting, because of the wealthness of the Bapedi nation, people are starting to position themselves to loot. And we regard this as part of, kingdom capture. They've captured the acting Queen Mother, who it's now, being run by these people by saying they are going to run the mines, they are going to make the Marota. None of them speaking about the unity and the relevance of the institution of kingship. They've got no interest. They've got no knowledge of the institution. Hence, we, the owners, we have stood up and said, no, It cannot. Anyone who wanted to declare this kind of, move, talk to the Marota houses. They will advise accordingly.
Marota Royal House calls this kingdom capture. But given the situation, how does the Marota Royal House then work with the provincial government on leadership recognition, but also authority in the province?
I think sometimes back we wrote letters to the president precisely because the kingship is the prerogative, is the power of the president to announce it. We advise the office of the president, copy the office of our premier to say, in case you wanted to pronounce the kingship of the Bapedi, please take in consideration that you have had a word coming from the Marota Royal Houses, who are the ones who are the superior in terms of the kingship. Neither national government nor provincial government can supersede the Marota Royal Houses. The kingdom that we are talking about is our own kingdom. Nobody should talk about it without us, including the courts themselves. They should learn to consult the owner of this institution.
Let's speak about your next steps. What does the Marota Royal House then plan to do in resolving these disputes? And how can the public and government support Bapedi traditions as well, in your view?
What we thought it should happen, it's like our government has been saying, they don't appoint any Kgoshi, they confirm. For you to confirm, you should have been informed by the relevant authority to say, please may you consider and confirm this person as the head of the Bapedi. Nobody have done that. Instead, now they are appointing, they themselves, because they've never consulted the Marota Royal Houses, who are the custodian of the kingship of the Bapedi. And in our own understanding, from where we are sitting, where we are busy signing a petition that would want to hand it over to the authority, both government and the Parliament of the Republic of South Africa, to say, hands off, stop our kingdom capture that you are trying to do, leave us alone. If you wanted to hear anything from us, please talk to us. We are 24/7 available to consulted by anyone who wanted to talk about our own institution, our own kingdom.
Kgoshi Thobejane, thank you so much for sharing the Marota Royal House's perspective, especially on these important issues. You've heard from the Royal House describing the appointment of a Prime Minister for the Bapedi as a kingdom capture.